The Cleveland Browns hit the road for Week 4, heading north to Minnesota, where they'll be taking on a Vikings team coming off their most all-around complete game so far. Kirk Cousins making sure there would be no more late-game disasters for the Skull faithful.
Cousins steps away from pressure to the end zone. It's Thielen for the touchdown!
Cousins is one of the best QBs on a 1-2 team, or at least he's put up some of the best numbers of that group. He threw 3 more TDs, no picks, rating over 120, completion percentage near 80.
Cousins on the slant, catch is made, rumbling for the end zone.
His stat line this year now, over 300 yards per game, 8 TDs, no interceptions, rating close to 120.
Pressure coming, Cousins throws Jefferson, he's got it.
Cleveland has to try and wrangle the dynamic duo Cousins has at wide receiver.
Cousins throws for the end zone, it's Jefferson who's got the touchdown! Cousins open, he's found Thielen, a first down.
And last week, Tyler Conklin even got in on the action, making their passing attack that much more diverse.
Cousins to throw with time to the end zone, caught, and a touchdown!
Cousins' O-line had one of its better games. Only 1 sack allowed, only let him get hit 4 times.
Good pocket this time, has time, finds Jefferson.
And that brings us to Myles Garrett, who looked like he was at Disneyland with a fast pass to the front of the line every time the Bears snapped the ball last week. Go right on through, Mr. Garrett.
Pressure coming, Fields in trouble, and he's down again!
He wasn't a party of one, though. He brought some friends, too. 9 QB takedowns total, and get this, they sacked Justin Fields for 67 yards. He threw for 68. As that commercial would say, stat that.
Pressure coming, and he is buried!
That means Cleveland's secondary comes into this matchup rested. It was almost like they had a bye. The 20 passes Fields managed to get off did nothing, 3.4 yards per attempt.
That time Fields just sails it a mile high.
And their run defense put up the same kind of performance, 3.5 a run allowed.
They're just going to give it to Montgomery, running nowhere.
Of course, it seems like they'll have a much tougher time with Cousins and company and a much tougher time with the Vikes ground game. Dalvin Cook's ankle prevented him from going, but no matter, Alexander Mattison did his best Cook impersonation.
Big hole, Mattison into the secondary, banging off contact.
The Browns know a little something about running the ball and also have 2 guys who can do it. Cleveland's rushing attack looking like its usual self, hitting at over 5 a carry.
Breaks a tackle and he's got a first down. Huge, still on his feet. Kareem Hunt racing towards the end zone. Right up the gut. Nick Chubb with another big run.
The Vikings didn't handle the Seahawks ground attack well either. Over 6 yards a carry to Chris Carson, almost 6 a run as a whole.
Gaping hole for Carson, into the secondary, galloping for the end zone and a touchdown!
From a stats perspective, their D didn't play great, but they didn't have to because Cousins kept Seattle on the sidelines a lot in the second half of that game. When they were on the field, Russell Wilson threw for almost 300 yards, putting up a rating over 110 against them.
Looking for Metcalf, throws it short, makes the catch, leaning for the pylon, he's in, it's a touchdown!
And they didn't handle the Cardinals' air attack well either in Week 2. That then leads us to Baker Mayfield. His role in their first 3 games, to know his role, and he's played it as well as he does, pretending he really likes hanging out with those moms while he's watering.
Field going end zone, Hooper! Got it!
Baker hasn't had the chance to throw to all the weapons he has in his toolkit, but OBJ finally came back, led the team in targets, and looks like he's close to being back to 100%.
Oh, beauty! He turns around and makes the catch.
The only red flag from their win last week, pass protection. 5 sacks allowed by their O-line.
Rolling in deep trouble. Here comes Khalil Mack and another sack for the Bears on 4th down.
Minnesota may not have a Khalil Mack, but they have Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin. Griffin picked up his first QB takedown last week.
Wilson, pressure comes, he's in trouble, he's sacked!
Lot better matchup with the Vikings finally getting over the hump. In fact, this is one of the better Week 4 games. Let's see who everyone is taking. Get the comments section going with your analysis and predictions. We'll get our full screen going with the same. She's a good egg, though. Man, remind me not to pull my kids out of town.